All right, with this West 2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Manal. Hope you guys had a good Tuesday. We had a lot of rain there into southern Brevard County, and we've got rain on the way over the next couple of days. Part of that is going to do in part with what's going on down there in the Bay of Campeche. We think that this thing is going to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop, maybe go inland for a little bit, and then lift back to the north, and then gradually and slowly develop as it pulls into the northern Gulf of Mexico. And in that process, may enhance some of the rainfall over central Florida as we head into the upcoming late weekend. So we'll keep you posted on that. Arlene Colon, Mary Richard, Carla Dean, Stormy Twig, Deborah Sullivan, Lopez Lowry, all in the house. We got a full house tonight. I do appreciate you guys popping on in. You guys know my motto, sharing is caring. The more people we can put in the weather know here when it comes to the tropics or with severe weather, the better off we'll all be in calming stress and fears, because we've got enough of that going on in our lives, don't we, folks? All right, let me go ahead and share this over while you're looking at the satellite and looking at some of the latest information there on Cristobal. Again, still moving south. We've got Roger Knutson in there. We've got a bunch of other folks. Brittany Fischetti, Jojo Vaughn, Diana Nuyorican, Jamie Pennington have now all popped in, and they're saying hi. Appreciate you guys, as always, for popping in and being a part of our Facebook Live feed. We got John Hilligus, Gwen McCoy Buck, Haley Riggs. We got a big group in here tonight, and I do appreciate you guys popping in. Carrie Keene, Linda John, Donna Lutomsky, Jason Bear, Jamie Prentice, Candy Vinesky, Tara Lynn Tootle, Melba Antuna, Teresa Costa, Diana Nuyorican have all popped in. All right, so that is a look at the satellite presentation. Let me go ahead and show you a couple of our other products. We're going to spend a good deal of time on this tonight, as a lot of people are curious as to what is going to happen. Now, here's the thing. We do have this storm down there, and if it stays over land long enough, it's a possibility that it could significantly weaken and not bring as much rain. So that's why we need you guys to keep popping on in. Yvonne, Roger Knudsen, Kim Hendrickson, Gail Bowen. I am not taking off for my birthday, unfortunately. Tomorrow we are short-staffed, but we've got recruits coming. So you guys hang in there. Appreciate that, by the way. Brittany Fischetti, Jojo Vaughn, Diana Nuyorican, Jamie Pennington, Brian Keller, all in there. We got Alexis, Haley Riggs. We've got Jamie Prentice. Let's see, Teresa Costa. Just trying to get as many shout-outs as I can. All right, so there's the track. So it's going to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop down there in the Bay of Campeche. Charlene Hogan, Perla, Jean, Sonia Kling. Please stop. You know what? Again, it's not going to be a direct impact for Florida. That's for sure. So I don't want you guys to stress out. There's no need to do that. And we're going to be watching it. That's all we can do. Take it one step at a time. Jennifer Luckenbach, Rochin, Linda Robinson, Amy Nicole Sanchez. Don't forget, gang, sharing is caring. The more people we can reach by you guys sharing our Facebook Live feeds, the more people we can put in the weather. No, we've got enough going on in this world. We want to kind of reduce your anxiety, and one of the ways to do that is give everybody updates and just kind of calm things down. This is not going to be a hurricane coming our way. It doesn't look that way right now. So that's the future cone. We take a look at the computer models. A very good consistency. There's two camps. One goes into the Houston area, or just east of there. The other camp kind of comes into southern Louisiana. So that's kind of what we've got going on there. When you take a look at the animation here, here's what happens. Brian Keller, Jade Beck, thank you for the birthday wishes. Sharing is caring, says Tara Lynn Tootle. There's Friday. So again, a long time for it to actually make that turn, but there you have it. As you can see, whoops, that went quick. So there it is. It might not be until Sunday evening that this potentially makes landfall either in Louisiana or southeast Texas, coastal Texas plain there. Now, one of the other things that I like to do is take a look at the European separately. So the European has it making landfall, coming in towards the Bay of Campeche, and then lifting back north again, and then redeveloping. This cat's got 9 lives, so to speak, and then lifting to the north. And look at the rain shield there as we get to Saturday and Sunday, expanding northeastward into central Florida, and that's one thing that we're going to have to watch. And then potentially coming in as a tropical storm. So a lot to watch with this one. It could be a large storm size-wise. Suzanne Dreger, good to have you. Thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. That is tomorrow, not today, just so that we're clear. Now, one of the other graphics I love to use and love to get your thoughts and opinion on this one. This is a look at an overlay of my birthday's tomorrow, Spencer. Thank you. This is an overlay of both the GFS and the Euro. The GFS is the green, and the Euro is the red. Notice how both of the models bring this inland. Kirsten Full. Thank you, Kirsten. Appreciate that. Got a lot of good folks working back. So now here it comes back to the north. And you can see the GFS model is stretched out, sheared out. And you can see that one would bring a lot of rain that way. The European model, look at that right there. You can see a tiny little ball there coming into southern Louisiana and lifting to the north. So again, with time, we'll be able to do a better job of figuring out how this is going to survive or not survive. There's the ensembles there. This is a little bit old, but nonetheless, South Louisiana definitely appears to be the target frame there. So that's one thing we're going to watch. Now, the other thing that I did want to talk about with everybody here are these rainfall forecasts. Let's begin with tomorrow. Is there a chance to be on? Kirsten, it's something we're going to watch. Not seeing that, nothing screaming all of a sudden a turn to the right. Not saying that can happen, but we've had some decent consistency here over the last 48 hours. So let's hope that doesn't change. I'm not saying it can, but confidence in the forecast going into Louisiana or Texas is kind of high. So tomorrow, and this has really nothing to do with Cristobal. Look at that shield of rain. You can see it's going to be a lot of rain. So we don't want the water sprinklers on. Shut them off. You don't need the irrigation systems on. If your pool is high, I would say drain it. Thank you, Kirsten. Appreciate that. Juan, everything is indeed correct. So that is a look at the forecast just through 3 a.m. Wednesday. And look at those pockets of 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. Kissimmee, Orlando, Leesburg, and Winter Haven. Folks, that is a lot of rain. Sherry Budnick, Faith Richard, Gerardo Lopez. Good to have you guys in here. Thank you, as always, for popping on in and saying hi. So there you go. There's a peek now. Michael Bennis, crazy rain all last night in Melbourne. Right? Yeah, you guys had anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain. One report I saw very close to 6. All right, now let's look at the highs for tomorrow here. And then you can see 85 to near the 90-degree mark. Now, when we take a look at the setup here out ahead of our storm, this is important here. I want you to stick around for this. Notice the precip here. Thursday and Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, both Thursday and Friday. And then we head into the weekend. Check this out. There's that rain shield. Saturday, Sunday, that eastern flank could make it into at least the western reaches of our viewing area. And I think the European computer model is doing a pretty good job of picking up on that. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. Michele Courbet, Lillian Granger, Gerardo Lopez. So the Euro is quite bountiful with the rain there. 1.5 to 3.5 inches of rain. I-4 to I-75. And still good amounts up towards New Smyrna Beach. So that's a lot of rain. Now, when you take a look at the GFS model, it's up in its game. I mean, it's got a lot of rain over central Florida through very early, Monday morning. But I'm just going to go to, let's just go to 11 o'clock here. Here's 11. That's a lot of rain. The American GFS model is producing a significant amount of rain, more so than the Euro. And the Euro previous run was wet, but not as wet as this. So the trend is wetter and wetter with both the models. Marilyn Giroux, hey Tony, it was a hot one today. My AC, Marilyn, say it's not so. Thank you, Faith. Emilia Santiago, hello to you. Nathan Bowers, hey Tony. Deborah Malazzo, hey Tony, can I go for a? You can. You should be in good shape. Debs, Thomas Jackson, there you go. So that is a peek at that. Let me just run through this particular model. This is the RPM. I want to see what it's doing. Garcilaso, Matt, Matt, good to have you. Thank you, Mr. Gingiski, Nancy Powell. Hey, Tony, Amy Otterson Picard. Hello to you. Tommy Snyder. Hello to you. Phil Rath, Melanie Melendez. I need a break from the rain. Tell me about it. So here's a look at Futurecast 48 hours. You can see the showers and storms. A few more showers and storms on Wednesday, and no hint of any tropical moisture coming up yet. There you go. Tony Cox, Jason Dean, Deborah Intagliato. Good evening to you. Milton Teixeira, hello. Jamie Lopez, Kenny Bear, all popping on in. So again, multiple models with a lot of rain. Something that we're going to have to watch. Now, let me show you the 7-day forecast here. Sammy Lopez, good to have you there, sir. Don't forget my motto is sharing is caring. The more that we can share these Facebook Live feeds, especially when there's something going on, severe weather-wise or down in the tropics, the more people we can put in the weather know and reduce stress and anxiety. That's why we do these Facebook Lives here at Wesh. All right, Wednesday 86, Thursday 83, Friday 84, Saturday 85, Sunday 85. Temperatures a little cooler than normal, compliments of all those high rain chances there. So that's what we're talking about. I love that. 58 shares already. You guys keep that going. Nick Bathko, Tito Cruz. There we go. Tom Snyder shared to. Excellent, Tomas. Appreciate that. So there, very, very wet 7-day forecast, even by our Central Florida standards. All right, for those of you that have just popped in, go back to the tropics again. Nilsa Pizarro, Torres. Wow, it is a lot of rain. J.C. Barber. Deficits on the rain, I'll get to here in a second. Let me just go back over this right here for you. Kind of show you what's going on. There's a peek at Tropical Storm Cristobal. You can see just kind of milling around Friday down south. Then Friday afternoon, starting that trend more towards the north. And that's what we're going to be watching. And I think by then we'll have a better feel for just how much rain may or may not head our way as we head into the weekend, and more importantly, if we're locked into a certain location across the northern Gulf of Mexico. Here's a look at the satellite imagery and definitive spin down there in the southern Bay of Campeche. There's no doubt about that. A lot of tropical moisture there in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Sherry Budnick, rain will be welcomed in Ocala. Mary Evans has popped on in. She's checking in and saying, hey, good to have you there, Mary. Let's see here. So there you have it. Gerardo Lopez, coffee and donuts. Nice, Gerardo. Love that. All right, so that's a look at that. Radar showing a lot of rain here across south and central Florida. I'll be watching for your updates, says Candy Fry. Michelet, Miami is going to flood. Miami could easily flood. Beth Thompson, thanks for the updates. So there's a look at our system just kind of hanging out down there in the southern Bay of Campeche. When we take a look at these models, there's a look at what we have. 2 camps, one into Texas, one into Louisiana, but it has been tightening on up. Moni, good to have you there. Hey. Tony, it's always good to have a generator. Don't think you're going to need it, though, for this particular storm. Ed Hansen, the Gulf current. Ed, the Gulf current loop itself doesn't affect the actual motion of the storm. It's the upper level winds that will kind of push the storm in a certain direction. There you go, Carrie. David Bastidas, what's going on, my man? Well, the storm is it's kind of sheared right now. What I mean by that, if we take a look at the water vapor channel, let me show you what's going on. So water vapor channel is basically an X-ray of what's going on at 20, 30,000 feet. And when I clear this off here, you can see there's a big ridge of high pressure that goes way up here. So this thing has the ability to get free rein to kind of go where it wants. Now there's a little bit of a weak flow here. You can kind of see a little bit of wind shear. That's why the clouds and the moisture are trying to get pushed back towards the east. So there we go. So we'll watch that. And then we'll have to wait and see what this thing does. Does this come a little bit more to the east and push it more to the north? That's what we're going to be watching. Melanie Melendez, you're going to get it. Be very careful what you want. Daniel Owens. So again, upper level winds will dictate where a storm goes, not so much the ocean current loops that are down below. So there you go. So that's a little tutorial there on that there for you. And there's a look at the radar. You can see a lot of rain near Fort Myers. You can see the bubbling up of the storms. We call this the central dense overcast right there with the storm itself. That's what we'll be watching. Now, the model's animation here. Let me show you this. Reginald, there you go. Good to have you. There's a look now. Friday, Saturday, models bring this due north into either Louisiana or Texas. That's where we're going to be watching. Happy birthday. Yep, it's tomorrow. Stacy Bruno. Good to have you. Gerald Ellett, good to have you there. Good evening, Tony. Great job. Daniel Valentine. Always a pleasure to have you, my good friend. Again, you guys know the motto here. Sharing is caring. The more people that we can get to share these Facebook Live messages and what's going on, we can reduce stress, anxiety, and just kind of put people in the know. Again, slow-moving storm. Friday late starts to lift to the north. Saturday and Sunday, storm system that may move into Texas or Louisiana based upon what we are seeing yet again today. Here's a look at the European computer model. And when we put this one in motion, you'll see that we have a very large spaghetti models. I missed those. All right, levy, we'll get that here for you in a second. Here's the European. So it goes over land, somehow, some way, some shape, survives, and then begins to live north, and then tries to redevelop while heading north into Louisiana. And in the process, produces a lot of rain across the entire northeastern Gulf Coast and a portion of central Florida. Jeanette Walker, hello to you. Garcilaso, good to have you there. Stormy Twig. Not always. You know, it's real estate. It's location, location, location. It's a big system from a precipitation standpoint. If this is right, Phil Rath. We've got 2 people coming. A gentleman who's a forecaster at our station up in Pittsburgh. You're going to like Alex. He's a good guy, a hard worker. He's en route. He'll be here the 22nd. And then a young lady coming in from Texas to do the mornings. Deborah Malazzo, you have a beautiful night. Sherry, happy birthday, she says. Thank you. Les Coburn, too early and too difficult to make that call right now. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the Bay of Campeche. Angela Walker, isn't this the left? It's a strange way of putting it, but you're correct, actually. Chris Pierce, Terry Walford, good evening, from Mossport, Mississippi. Mississippi is likely to get a good deal of rain out of this storm going forward. So again, something else that we're watching. As we take a look now at the European, and one of the other things I like to do, you guys know that if you follow me, is overlay the GFS in the green. Look at that. They both inland falling apart. And then the GFS and Euro trying to make a comeback here. American GFS model kind of getting sheared apart. The European, kind of see like a little hint there of an eye, pinhole eye there. Sunday morning, we'll have to wait and see. Everything, again, of course, going to be predicated on what happens with the land interaction down to the south. So we'll continue to watch that. Let's see here. Yeah, so there are a few models that do want to generate this into a hurricane. So we got to watch it. Julia Mothershead, Seattle, Washington. Lorian Ralph, good to have you. Denise Jones, good to have you. Birthday is actually tomorrow, but appreciate the early birthday wishes. Lisa Reed, there you go. I think the European one was it has been, but we have made some tweaks to the American GFS model. So we don't want to discredit the GFS model just yet. Water temps in the Gulf, great question. Let's head down there. Showers are from now falling apart. One of the other things that I like to do, and you guys that follow me, is take a look at water temperatures. Thank you, Gerardo. Mm-hmm. Now let's take a look at this. Let's redo this because literally this is updated quite often. 10-foot waves, 9-foot waves, 7-foot waves, 5-foot waves, 3-foot waves, 3-foot waves. Off the coast of Florida here, we have some rough action. That's because of the high, though, not so much because of this storm. Just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. So that's a look at the wave action right now. And in fact, if I go ahead and put the location of Cristobal on there, it would be right there. So that's where Cristobal is. So that's why the wave action is quite high down there in the Bay of Campeche. And then when you do the same thing with Cristobal, we're going to change this. There's Cristobal. You can see right in there. That's where it is. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these water temperatures and just kind of replot them again. So here's a peek at those water temperatures: 84, 82, 80, 78. Tampa Bay's 80. You can see a little plume here. And a lot of the tracks take it due north. So, I mean, that's plenty warm. The warm water is not a problem. That's for sure. You can see now. There's the Gulf Stream loop current right in here. Boom. And you go over towards Bermuda. It's chilly. Long Island offshore there near. There's a big drop off in the water temperatures up to the north, as you guys can see. Selena, good to have you. Bianca Acevedo, good to have you there. We're running about a degree or two, 1 to 1.5, maybe 2 max, a little bit above normal there. So yeah, it fluctuates all the time. Tony Cox is bringing Fireball. He's thirsty. So that's a look at that. Now, somebody was asking if there's anything behind this one. The answer is no. You can see it's pretty quiet. We don't necessarily look off the coast of Africa this time of the year. And that comes in late July, August, and September. Then we start to shut that down. The Pacific, not a whole lot going on there either. We head towards the other side of the globe. And here too, pretty quiet until you get to the west side of India, where we have a tropical cyclone there that we'll continue to watch. But so that's a look at the path around the globe. Francis Loyacano, good to have you. Thomas Jackson, yep, birthday's tomorrow. Yep. There's a look now at that right there. There's a higher resolution satellite right there. Kind of a neat looking perspective. There you go, KK. June, baby, says Melanie Melendez. She's got a June. Oh, let me see something here real quick. Jacksonville, vortex message. Let me see this vortex message. Let's see, new information from the Hurricane Hunters. 38 knots, so tropical storm force winds. Let's see what the pressure is. 51 knot max flight level wind. So again, that's pretty healthy. Pressure's 997 millibars. So that's come down a little bit. That's below 1,000 now. Let's just see if that's been updated there at 8 o'clock intermediate advisory. Let's go back to that so you guys can see that. Let's see what they did. Yeah, 997. There's your new information. There's the 8 o'clock advisory. Wind still at 45. Pressure has come down. That's a pretty healthy pressure. No doubt about that. Nina Marie. Nina, you are so kind to me. Appreciate your kind words. Thank you, Miss NM. Cindy Turnbull. Maria Gonzalez. Good to have you there. Eduardo De Leon. Happy birthday tomorrow. Early, says Eduardo. Thank you for the birthday wishes, my friend. Good night, everyone. Have to rest up for You're killing me, man. All right, so there's the tropical storm Cristobal. There's Victoria Harrison Magood sending hugs. Love that stamp, by the way. Garcilaso. Yes, Tomas Jackson. They have, Thomas. Actually, they're literally in there right now. And they're finding that the pressure's dropped to 997 millibars, which is, that's a good low pressure. Maria Gonzalez saying happy birthday. Selena Ricard. Yep, tomorrow is my birthday. That is correct. So there's a look at Tropical Storm Cristobal. Virtual hugs from Gerardo. Thank you, sir. If you missed it, as some of you have, lower is worse. That's correct. That means it's strengthening. The lower the pressure, normally speaking, the higher the winds. Here's a look at the models and animation here for everybody. So kind of chilling down there, over land, back over water, coming north on Friday, Saturday, trying to organize and get a little bit of organized there. So there you have it. So we do believe that by 7, 8 o'clock on Sunday, could have a landfalling tropical storm, or maybe even a hurricane. We'll have to wait and see. Selena Ricard. There you go, JoJo. Victoria Harrison Magoot, celebrating an anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. And again, if you are just popping on in, my motto is sharing is caring. The more people we can reach by you guys sharing these Facebook Lives, the more people we can put in the weather note. Brian, appreciate that. Maria, grazie. 29 years old, says Victoria. Something tells me she's lying. There we go. So there it is. All right, weather-wise here, we'll take a look at that here for you for just a second. You can see we've got some rain. It is beginning to wind down, though, somewhat, so that is certainly some good news. There it is. Now, when we take a look at Futurecast here, there's a look, 4:30 in the morning. Could be some showers, actually, in southern Brevard County. Zashi's in the house. Faith, Tony, Mountain Dew, need it. Bring it. Sharing is caring. There you go. 29 years married. Aha! Excellent. Tom Barb Drab has popped in. Tomas. Flooding is possible, Zash. That's correct there. Miss Puerto Rico. Tony Campbell. Hello, T, he says. Chris Pierce has shared. Coffee bar open. Oh, coffee. Strong coffee. So there we go. Let's take a look at Futurecast. So rain tomorrow. No. We got showers and storms hanging around a good chunk of the day. And, folks, this one could add on up. Rosie Martinez. Dawn Marie. I'm doing good. Thank you. Astor made it. Sally, good to have you. Again, the Futurecast this evening is hinting at the potential for some pockets of some very heavy rain. So we'll be watching that again very, very carefully for our West 2 viewers here. And the problem that we have going forward is, we get into Thursday and Friday. Look at that. Rainfall potential still quite high. Rainfall potential Saturday as Cristobal is turning north. May spread rain our way on that eastern side, and that could linger on into Sunday. And the European, any rain up here more? Yes, Francis, you will get a little rain up there tomorrow. Get the umbrellas ready, says Linda Maloney. Correct. Tara Fable, my daughter. Ooh, I went by so fast. Let me see if I can pull it over here. Tara Fable. My daughter just moved to NOLA. Any idea? I'm going to have to check that out for you, Tara. Going to be a lot, though. No doubt about that with a tropical system coming. Well, we like 80 or better, Brian, but, storms can develop in 78, 79 degree water. It's not the most ideal, but it can happen. So there's the Euro. Check out the GFS. That is not a radar. That is a rainfall forecast, Steve Arini. Great observation, though. Linda Robinson, stay away from Texas. Linda, it'd be up towards Houston. Not sure if you've got family there. As one of the potential locations that we've noticed it could make a run for. Let me show you the models animation again here. Tisha has popped in. Tisha, where you been? It's been a while. Good to have you back here, Miss Brooklyn. No stopping to Brooklyn. There you go. Maria Gonzalez has popped in. So there's Thursday and Friday. Now our system begins to lift to the north. And oops, look at that. Boom! So the H-Wharf is a little bit quicker. The H-Mon, AVN are a little bit later. So Sunday might be the day. Louisiana, Texas be the days we're going to watch. Maria Soto, saludos to you, señorita. Tony Cox. Aha. Linda Robinson has popped in. LR, my son and daughter. Okay, got you. We'll keep you posted on that. We got you. Shay Riley, good to have you there. Good evening to you, young lady. Good to have you there. Joey Joe, Tony, chances. You know, with a big high building in, it's going to be tough. I'm not saying it can't happen, but, you know, we'll watch it. That's all we can do. Just keep checking back in, and we'll keep you guys apprised of the situation. In case you missed it here, let's take a look now at that cone. One more time. 8 p.m. advisory just coming in here a short time ago. Now, there you have it. Mary Evans, you're welcome. There's that cone, tropical storm, getting a little bit stronger there. Late in the day on Sunday, could be making landfall somewhere, Louisiana or Texas. We'll watch that based upon what we're seeing this evening. All right, gang, let me rock and roll. I'm going to make some updates here. I'll be back tonight at 10 on the CW18 and 11 on West 2 News. We get you ready for the 11 o'clock advisory. Let you know if there's any changes on that. Rainfall forecast, we'll keep tabs on that. And so we got a lot to watch over the next couple of days. But again, the bullseye may be in the northern Gulf as we see it right now. So don't let your guard down. Don't think, Tony's saying it's not coming here. We're not at that point yet. I'm not at a point where I'm saying Florida is safe from this one, because things can change, and the rainfall amounts do look impressive over the next couple of days, including the weekend, as this storm does begin to lift to the north. So a couple angles we're watching. We'll continue to fine-tune these for you, but hope to see you tonight at 10 on the CW18 and or 11 on West 2 News. You're a great group, wonderful group. Love your thoughts, your comments. Thanks for the birthday wishes, and see you tonight and back here tomorrow night on Facebook Live right around 8 o'clock. Toodles!